In the heart of a dense, smoky forest, a thick blanket of flames roars across the land, swallowing everything in its path. The crackling fire dances, hungrily consuming trees and underbrush, as dark smoke rises into the sky, blotting out the sun. Among the chaos, a small bear cub, no older than a few months, struggles to find its way. The cub's eyes are wide with fear, its tiny body trembling as it stumbles through the scorched earth. The air is thick with heat and the scent of burning wood, but there's a desperation in the cub's movements, its instincts telling it to survive, to run. The cub's mother is nowhere to be seen. The fire is too fierce, too fast. It's clear that this helpless creature needs help soon, or it will be consumed by the flames. But then, a glimmer of hope. A rescue team, made up of brave firefighters and wildlife experts, arrives, their faces set with determination. They can't let this bear cub fall victim to the wildfires, not when there's still a chance to save it. As they rush toward the distressed cub, their hearts are heavy with the knowledge that the clock is ticking. Every second counts. They approach carefully, the sounds of crackling fire in the background, knowing that this cub's survival might depend on their quick thinking and bravery. The fire rages around them, but the rescuers have one goal in mind: to save this helpless cub and reunite it with its mother. The struggle is just beginning, and the path ahead is uncertain. But this small, vulnerable life, it's worth every effort. As the firefighters and wildlife experts move closer to the bear cub, the heat from the flames becomes unbearable. The air is thick with smoke, making it hard to see, but their determination keeps them going. Every step they take is measured carefully, knowing that any misstep could put them in danger. The sound of crackling fire is deafening, and the ground beneath them feels like it's alive with the intensity of the flames. The bear cub, still struggling to move, is clearly scared. Its tiny body trembles as it looks up at the strangers. Its soft fur is singed, and it's clear that the cub is exhausted. The fire has drained its energy, and it seems unable to move any further. Every breath the cub takes is labored, and with each step, it stumbles more, trying to push through the pain. Its little paws drag in the dirt, barely keeping it moving forward. The rescuers know they can't waste any time. The flames are getting closer. Every second matters. One of the wildlife experts kneels down, trying to comfort the cub, but the animal is too frightened to respond. It backs away, its eyes wide with fear. The experts are careful not to startle it more, slowly approaching to show it they mean no harm. The cub's small body is shaking uncontrollably, as if it's unsure whether to trust the humans or run. Its instincts scream for safety, but it doesn't know where to go. One of the firefighters takes a deep breath, assessing the situation. They know that the only chance the cub has is to get it out of here fast. But the path to safety is blocked by the fire, and they'll have to carry the cub through thick smoke and intense heat. It's a race against time. The rescuers move quickly, wrapping the cub gently in a protective blanket. It tries to squirm, but it's too weak to resist. As they lift the cub, it lets out a soft cry, almost as if it's giving in to the pain and exhaustion. The team doesn't stop to rest. They keep moving forward, their hearts racing, knowing the cub is in grave danger. With each step, the flames grow louder and hotter. The fire seems to chase them, as if it doesn't want to let go of its victim. Sweat pours down the faces of the rescuers, their eyes watering from the smoke. They're all exhausted, but they know they can't stop now. The cub's life depends on them. The journey to safety is long and difficult. The rescuers push through thick smoke, their bodies aching, and the fire seems to follow them every step of the way. The ground beneath them is uneven, rocky, and treacherous, but they press on, never looking back. The sound of crackling branches and the roar of the flames fill their ears, making every second feel like an eternity. But the thought of saving this little life pushes them forward. Finally, After what feels like an endless struggle, they reach the edge of the fire. The flames are still raging in the distance, but the immediate danger is over. The team stops to catch their breath, but they know the real challenge isn't over yet. They've saved the cub from the fire, but there's still a long road ahead. The bear cub is still weak, but it's breathing easier now. Its small body is no longer trembling with fear, though it's clear that it's still in shock. The rescuers give it a moment to rest, knowing that the cub needs to recover before they can think about reuniting it with its mother. But even though the fire is no longer a direct threat, the rescuers are faced with another challenge: the journey to find the cub's mother. The experts know that bear mothers are fiercely protective of their cubs, and they won't just let any human take their child away. The rescuers need to act quickly, but they also need to be careful not to scare the mother away or cause any harm. There's no guarantee that they'll be able to find her, but they have to try. Time is still critical. As they move further away from the fire's edge, the cub starts to stir. Its eyes flutter open, and it lets out a weak whimper. The rescuers exchange worried glances. They know the cub is still fragile, still fighting to stay alive. They keep moving, carefully checking the surroundings for signs of the mother bear. They know that if they don't find her soon, the cub's chances of survival will decrease. Hours pass, and the search becomes more desperate. The rescuers start to feel the weight of the situation, the exhaustion, the uncertainty, the fear that they might not be able to reunite the cub with its mother. It's a painful thought, but they refuse to give up. The tension in the air is palpable. Each moment feels like a lifetime. The sun begins to set, casting a golden light on the landscape, but it's bittersweet. The cub's cries grow weaker, and the rescuers grow increasingly anxious. They can't let this little one down. Just as they are beginning to lose hope, a movement catches their eye. In the distance, through the trees, they see a figure, a large, dark shape, moving steadily toward them. The team freezes, holding their breath. Could it be the mother bear? Is this their chance to reunite them? The team's hearts race. They know they've reached the most critical moment of their journey. The stakes couldn't be higher. They've fought the fire, they've carried the cub to safety, and now they're faced with the most emotional part of this challenge. Will the mother bear accept her cub back? The tension hangs thick in the air, and everything seems to stop for a moment, as the rescuers watch in awe, praying that this story will have the happy ending they've worked so hard to achieve. As the team waits, hearts pounding, the large dark shape emerges more clearly from the forest. It's unmistakable, the mother bear. Her eyes are sharp, filled with a fierce love and protective instinct as she scans her surroundings, her movements slow but deliberate. The rescuers hold their breath. Every part of their being is focused on what's about to happen. For a moment, the mother bear pauses. She seems to sense the situation, the presence of the humans, but she's cautious. The cub's small cries reach her ears, faint but unmistakable. The rescuers carefully lower the cub to the ground, making sure it's stable, watching closely. They know they have one chance at this. One misstep, one wrong move, and the mother bear might run off, or worse, feel threatened. And then, something extraordinary happens. The mother bear's head turns sharply toward the cub, and for the briefest of moments, the world seems to stop. There's a long, tense silence before she breaks into a powerful sprint. She moves with astonishing speed, covering the distance between them in seconds. The rescuers step back, their hearts in their throats, as the mother reaches her cub. The cub, weak but desperate to reconnect, struggles to rise, its little paws shaky. And then, as if by instinct, the cub's trembling body is met with the warm embrace of its mother. The two meet in an emotional reunion that no one could have predicted. The mother gently nuzzles the cub, her large protective form wrapping around the tiny, fragile creature, and the sound of their soft grunts fills the air. It's an indescribable moment, one that fills the rescuers with a sense of awe and relief. The tension that has been building for hours finally breaks. The weight on the team's shoulders lifts as they watch the mother and cub bond, a bond that was never truly broken by the fire or by fear. The cub snuggles into the mother's fur, its tiny body finally finding comfort and warmth after so much pain and hardship. The rescuers look at each other, their eyes brimming with emotion. It's not just a job completed, it's a miracle in real time. They've watched as these two incredible creatures, separated by danger and uncertainty, found each other once again. They've seen the power of love, trust, and instinct in its purest form. As the cub rests against its mother, they begin to move away, giving them space to bond in peace. The journey to safety isn't over, but in this moment, everything changes. The cub is no longer alone. It is no longer a tiny, fragile creature lost in the smoke and chaos. It is surrounded by the love and protection of its mother, a bond that no fire, no struggle could ever sever. The rescuers feel a wave of gratitude and joy, knowing they played a part in this reunion. They were the bridge between despair and hope. They had been the lifeline for this cub, helping it through the worst moments of its life, guiding it to safety and a mother's loving embrace. The turning point is not just about the moment of reunion, it's about the resilience, trust, and strength shown by both the cub and its mother. It's about the unwavering determination of the rescuers, who faced impossible odds and pushed through their own fears to ensure the cub's survival. And it's about the power of compassion, the very thing that changed the course of the day. The moment of reunion doesn't just restore the bond between mother and cub, it fills everyone involved with a renewed sense of purpose and hope. The team's spirits are lifted, their exhaustion forgotten, as they watch the mother bear gently guide her cub away towards a safer part of the forest. They know that while their job isn't entirely finished, this was the hardest part. They have done what they set out to do. They have brought two souls back together. The fire still rages in the distance, but for the cub and its mother, the nightmare is over. And for the rescuers, this is the moment that will stay with them forever. The turning point, a reminder that sometimes, even in the face of overwhelming darkness, there is always a light that can heal, reunite, and inspire. As the sun sinks lower, painting the sky in soft pinks and oranges, the rescuers stand at the edge of the forest, watching intently. The heat from the fire still lingers in the air, but now, there's a change, a sense of peace. The flames no longer seem as threatening as they did just hours before. The mother bear and her cub are moving toward them, but this time, the fire's smoke is no longer the dominant force. Instead, it's the bond between them, strong and unbroken, that fills the air. The team takes a cautious step forward, their eyes fixed on the pair. The mother bear's pace has slowed, her protective instincts now focused entirely on the cub. She pauses every few steps, checking to make sure her baby is following her safely. The cub, though still exhausted and weak from its ordeal, follows closely behind. Its tiny body, once trembling with fear and pain, is now beginning to gain strength again. Each step is more confident than the last, its eyes brighter, filled with an unmistakable sense of hope and trust. The rescuers stand motionless, respecting the distance, allowing the mother and cub their space. But there's something profound in this moment, a deep connection between the two creatures that the team has just witnessed. The struggle they've endured, the fire that threatened to tear them apart, is now behind them. The mother bear's gentle nudge encourages her cub to keep moving, to keep going. It's a display of unconditional love, a powerful reminder of the strength of family and the will to survive. The team can feel the weight of the moment, the significance of what they've just been part of. They know that what they've done here today goes beyond just a rescue. It's a testament to the resilience of life itself. This little cub, so fragile at the start of the day, is now reunited with its mother. They've been through fire, literally and figuratively, and they've emerged together, stronger and more connected than ever before. But it's not just the animals that have transformed through this ordeal. The rescuers, too, have changed. They began this day as strangers to the bear family, their sole focus on saving the cub from the flames. But as they worked together, pushing through exhaustion, battling uncertainty, and navigating the dangers of the fire, they formed their own bond. Their hearts became intertwined with the animal's journey. And now, as they watch the mother and cub walk away, a profound sense of fulfillment fills their hearts. They know they have done something meaningful. They know they've made a real difference. The transformation in the cub is evident. Where once it could barely hold itself upright, now it walks steadily. It leans against its mother for support, but it's no longer weak or frightened. The fire might have scarred its body, but it could not touch the core of who this little bear is. The cub's spirit, its will to survive, has not been broken. It's stronger than ever, and watching the cub's resilience grow is a testament to the remarkable survival instincts of these animals. They have faced impossible odds, yet here they are together, walking into the safety of the forest. For the rescuers, the emotional payoff of their efforts is overwhelming. This is not just a rescue. This is the result of a shared journey, a journey that began with fear and uncertainty, but one that has ended with joy and hope. The flames that had threatened the cub are now far behind, and the air around them is filled with a quiet, almost sacred calm. The forest, still scarred by the fire, now holds the promise of recovery, and with it, the future of the bear family. The moment feels like it's suspended in time. The rescuers exchange looks, their eyes filled with a mixture of exhaustion and elation. They've done it. They've brought the cub to safety, and they've given it a chance to live, a chance to thrive. The bond between the bear and her cub has been restored, and with it, a deep sense of accomplishment settles over the team. The mother bear, once cautious and distant, now looks at the rescuers with an understanding that is almost human. She doesn't need to speak. Her gaze says everything. She has seen their kindness, their bravery, and most importantly, their unwavering desire to help. She has received their gift, her cub, safe and sound, and now she moves forward with it, knowing she has done her part. She has survived, she has protected, and now she can rest, knowing her cub is safe. As they watch the pair disappear into the trees, the team feels a sense of peace wash over them. They know their work isn't over, the forest will continue to recover. And there will always be more animals to help, but in this moment, everything feels right. The journey of this bear cub, from fear to hope, from danger to safety, has reached its resolution. The family is whole again, and it's a beautiful thing to witness. The rescuers can't help but smile, even as their bodies ache from the long hours of hard work. They know they have made a lasting impact. The work they've done, the love they've shown, and the risks they've taken have all paid off. The bear family is safe, and they have been part of something truly extraordinary. This moment, the moment of the cub's survival, the moment of reunion with its mother, is not just a triumph of nature. It's a triumph of compassion. The rescuers, through their bravery and selflessness, have been the bridge between life and death, between fear and safety. And in doing so, they've made a difference, not only in the lives of the bear family, but in their own hearts as well. As the night deepens and the forest begins to calm, the last remnants of smoke fade into the distance. The fire may have taken much, but it also brought something beautiful into focus: the unbreakable bond between a mother and her cub. This story, filled with moments of fear, struggle, and uncertainty, has transformed into one of hope, resilience, and love. The bear cub, once weak and trembling, now walks confidently beside its mother, taking its place in the vast world once more. The path ahead may be uncertain, but in this moment there is peace. The cub has survived, and the mother, having endured so much, can rest knowing that her child is safe in her care. It is a reminder that, no matter the obstacles we face, love and family can guide us through even the darkest of times. For the rescuers, their hearts are full as they reflect on the journey. The work they did was not just physical, it was a testament to compassion and the power of kindness. They saw in the bear family the same qualities that exist in us all: resilience, the will to survive, and the desire to protect those we love. The rescuers didn't just save a life, they witnessed the strength of nature, the importance of standing up when it matters most, and the extraordinary power of connection. In this quiet moment of reflection, the message is clear: even in the face of unimaginable challenges, there is always hope. There is always a chance for renewal and growth, whether in the wild or in our own lives. The reunion of this bear family is a story of perseverance, a story that shows us how love, compassion, and care can make all the difference. It teaches us that every act of kindness, no matter how small, can bring about change. As you watch this journey unfold, take a moment to think about the ways in which we can all help. Whether it's supporting wildlife conservation, offering kindness to those around us, or standing up for what we believe in, each action matters. Let this story inspire you to believe in the power of compassion and the incredible impact that a single act of kindness can have on the world. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Let others see how love and hope can transform lives, just as it has transformed the life of this little cub. And if you're looking for ways to make a difference, consider supporting causes that protect animals and the environment. Share the positivity, spread the word, and remember, every small step can lead to a bigger change.